The story of growth for the recruitment team and the organization, it hasn't been a straight line. What you see if you looked at it on a chart would be, growth, plateau, growth, plateau. When I reflect back on that past and what enabled us to get to that next tranche of growth, it has always been some act or acts of leadership that broke us out.
As a recruitment manager, I specifically work with campuses, and so my main job is to talk to students and potentially get them excited about joining Teach for America. We walk into our campuses this year and things kind of changed. We were not having the same number of people apply we had last year, and so we kind of hit a wall that the recruitment team hadn't hit in a long time.
You start out, of course, naturally talking about the process things that are amiss. That's interesting, at that campus we had X number of prospect meetings last year at this time, and now we have Y number, which is much lower. We were recognizing that, we have a lot of good things happening, and yet I don't think we had clarity in our own heads about what a mix of strategies or what a whole campaign should look like. We needed to regroup.
What I'm trying to figure out with my team is what role does a recruiter actually play?
I felt that I needed to step up and I needed to change things up. I needed to get the absolute top leaders on that campus, people who were more influential than I could ever be. I felt that I needed to invest them in what this movement was all about. And so Elisa challenged me and said, well, Will, why don't you do those things on campus? If that's what you feel is right for your campus, why not? Get out there, make it happen, and do it. And I left that day extremely empowered to just take control. Once I was able to have those deeper relationships built with them, they then did my work for me. They went on campus, they inspired their friends to think about Teach for America, and that made a huge difference for my campaign. So it's some exciting stuff that has happened, and I attribute a lot of that to Elisa's leadership and her ability to really inspire me to just unleash on campus and do what I felt was right.
You look at it now and you're thinking, this is so obvious. Of course this is what you do. You find great prospects on campus, you actually try and email them and get in front of them. And then you get in front of them and convince them to apply. And at the same time you're influencing the broader environment. This is not rocket science. Except until we, sort of codified that and said, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We were flailing, we were a little bit all over the place. It was a mishmash of all those different things at different levels. But once it was codified and once we drove forward with it, broke out. And that was, not me driving that. That was a bunch of people within the team, who said, this is slightly broken, we're gonna fix it.
In turn, I think about my own leadership, and I think what that one day that I had with Elisa and the many conversations that we had thereafter, what that did for my own leadership, I then turned around and was able to have those same conversations with the people that I was working with. And I told them, hey, if you feel that something's gonna be right for this campaign, do it. If at the end of the day it doesn't work, we tried. And if it does, awesome. And my campus campaign representatives have knocked it out of the ballpark. We empower the people that we work with. And I think it's very unique in a couple of different ways because you have a group of individuals who are really committed to the work that we do. So everyone is learning from each other. You have so many different types of leaders that you can inspire to be yourself, which really makes this that much more of a unique opportunity.